Show my madness, madness, madness. They live in madness, madness, madness.
Hey guys, it's your girl Mella Shay. Today I really just wanted to give an insight as to who I am as an artist, and outside of artists, just for you to get to know me a little bit. I don't think I've explained myself too much on social media besides selfies and pictures, so this is for you to get to know who I am. A little bit about me, just a little background. I'm the oldest sibling. I grew up in Anchorage, Alaska, so it's definitely home to me. I have always sung my whole life. It don't matter. I can't even remember the first time I sung, so it's been a long time since I've been singing. But I've sung in choirs like church. I've sung at high school choir as well, things of that nature. So I've been singing and being in love with music ever since I could remember. My grandma, and this is a story that she could attest to, is she said that my aunt came over one day and she said that when I was little, my aunt came over to our house and she's like, "Who is that lady singing?" And my grandma was like, "That is not a lady, that is me." And that was probably when I was like 4 years old. So that will always be engraved in my head, because this is something that showcases that this is meant for me. You know what I mean? And I can't give up. My family believes in me. I believe in me. So this will always be in my life no matter what. A little bit into getting to why I have taken such a long break in the music industry, or just being in the music world in Anchorage. I started music in 2019 up here officially with my boy Rob Lucci. We started it in a shed in the back of my best friend's house. I met him through mutual friends at the gym. He heard that I could sing, so he said, "Hey, I want to get with you, let's make something." And I never thought in my entire life that I would get in a position of making it something that's professional. So I thought it was really cool to run into somebody out of nowhere and record on a beat. So I was like, yeah. So I called my best friend. I was like, "Please, I have nowhere else to record this. Could you ask your mom if we could record this in the back of her shed?" And she said, "Yeah, no problem, no hesitation." And sure enough, we climbed through mountains of snow to get to that back shed. We set up all his equipment that he had. We were listening to a couple beats that we was just not vibing with, and then all of a sudden, the beat for my single, "What You Want," the very first single that I dropped, we found that beat and we were like, yeah, that's the one. So we ended up recording on it, and I was just listening to it because, I didn't want to really write too much. I knew if I wrote, I was going to overthink it. So I just wanted to listen to it a couple times. Sure enough, when I started listening to it, lyrics just started coming, and I freestyled that entire song. And so after we completed it, me and Rob Lucci, we looked at each other and we listened back to that song. We were like, yeah, this is the one. I dropped that song, "What You Want," and I have never gotten the amount of love that I had experienced my entire life until that moment. There was international love. I was getting love from out of the country. I was getting love from in the country. I was getting love from people that I didn't know. I was getting love all over, and it just really brought a perspective to me that I need to do this. You know what I mean? This showcases everything, my path and what I need to do. I have people that believe in me. Why wouldn't I believe in myself to get me to that point? So sure enough, in 2019, that's when everything started rolling out. We were doing photo shoots. I was meeting people. We were setting up podcasts. Rob Lucci even set up a website. Yeah, sure enough, after we had dropped that song, everything started playing out. We were setting up podcasts. I was doing photo shoots. I was going to other people's photo shoots and music videos. Rob Lucci even took the choice to set up a website for me, Jay Simmons, Fairview Huna, and ML Tyler all constructed together so that everybody can get a kind of exclusive access, or just an access way to, you know, new releases or new music videos, just to keep in the loop of what each artist was doing. And that was really dope. So in 2019, it was prime time. Between 2019 and 2020, really. So I was in such a different mode where I was like, yeah, this has to be my career. But there was also downfalls between those times, which resulted in why I took a very long break. In 2020, the results that I was hoping for in terms of collaborations, in terms of features, was hopefully to get the genuine out of me, and just to meet people and really get an insight on who it is that I could be working with, what type of magic we can make, you know what I mean, things like that. But what you want, as explicit as it is, you know what I mean, and I can understand that, the lyricism in it, it's only inevitable what people will think out of that. But I was hoping that it would never transfer to who I am as a person. And so a lot of the times that I had interactions with others, they expected me to be this explicit, nasty, you know, just freak girl in person, and that just wasn't who I was, you know what I mean? As an artist, you have waves of emotions and different experiences that you go through. In that moment and period in time, just so happened I was feeling that. And so a lot of the interactions that I was having, and I'm not gonna name names, but it was that expectation. It's like, you know, I only want you to make music with me if you're gonna be nasty on it. Or I can only respect you because I heard that you were explicit. And that really saddened me, because it's like, I'm so much more than that, you know what I mean? And anybody who knows me knows that I'm a sweet girl, knows that, you know what I mean, if I fuck with you, or if I, you know what I'm saying, see something in you, I'm gonna wanna support that, and I hope it'd be vice versa. And so a lot of the people that I was supporting, or I was, you know, I was excited to collaborate with, that was the expectation that was of me. And it did kind of deteriorate how I wanted to go about this in terms of career, and it unmotivated me a little bit, to the point where it was like, well, I don't want people to only see me as the nasty girl. I want them to see me for who I am. So I just took a long break from music, and I really took the opportunity. It's not like I stopped, you know, every day I was singing. Every day I was taking the time to really establish who it is I wanted to be, so that when I was ready enough, I would just jump back into it and just flourish, you know? So I took the time to study the industry. I took the time to study music the way that I wanted to. I was still in the loop, just, you know, kind of in the background a little bit, but I was still keeping track of the music world in Anchorage, and, you know, still invested in it. It's just that I was in no parts of it. You know, I really focused on the reality of things, you know, things that were happening in my real life, and really taking the time and opportunity to focus on those things. And once I was ready to hop back into it, I was ready to hop back into it. And so I really want people to get an insight on that, because a lot of people, you know, will DM me and they're like, where's the music? It's been so long, you haven't dropped anything. You know, I'm also human, you know what I mean? There's also a lot of things that I've gone through within the past couple of years that, you know, it shouldn't be an excuse, but it's also things that took away my attention from the music. I haven't given up on it though. So as of this year, I dropped a new single called Good Lovin', which was basically kind of like an introduction to my new self, and being brought into the music industry again, and just giving you guys an insight of who I am, that I really want to establish the R&B in me, not just the trap soul freaky girl, because I can be that, but I can also be everything else. If I want to do country, I'll do country. If I want to do Afro, I'll do Afro. If I want to do reggae, I'll do reggae. You know what I mean? There's no limitation to who I can be, but I also don't want anybody to guess or assume who I am. So this is kind of this space to allow you to see that I'm not just that. I'm so much more, you know what I mean? I'm a dedicated woman. I'm a hardworking woman. I'm a woman that you can rely on. I support, I love, I show genuineness. I am humble, you know what I mean? And those are the parts that I want people to see. I am a humanitarian. There's so much in the world that I want to do. I want to open up orphanages. I want to help my community as much as I possibly can, you know, before I end up leaving. There's so much in the world that I want to do because there's so much saving that needs to happen. So I just hope that you guys can understand where I'm coming from and why it is I took so long to come back and to jump into this, but now it's full force, and now I want y'all to take it serious because me, I ain't playing no games. But I really want y'all to know that at the end of the day, it's all love. No matter who showed me good, who showed me bad, it's love. And that's who I am. I capitalize on love. And I just want y'all to feel that through my music. That's why going into this, I'm taking it step by step, and I'm taking my time because I want this to land and I want this to stick for generations. I want this to be iconic, what I put out. I want it to be legendary. I want your children's neighbors, friends, gecko, nieces, all the people. I want everybody to hear this for years to come. So this is something I'm not playing with. You know what I mean? I want it to stick. I want it to land. So hopefully y'all will agree and you can come along this journey with me, and I'll keep you updated as much as I possibly can. I'm not a social media girl, okay? I'm trying. I'm an old lady, but I'll keep you in the loop as much as I possibly can. But I'm very excited for this journey, and I want y'all to be excited with me. So thank you. I love you. This is your girl Mella Shay again. Arrivederci.